All right, welcome back. So we're looking at lesson 5. We're going to talk about variables at code.org here. So the activity 1 is just making a prediction. What's going on here? We have this new purple block var, and we have a name for it. It's called X position, and it's equal to 50. So what is all this going on? Well, variables in coding essentially are used for storing information. So we can say that this X position is going to be worth 50. And wherever we see it in the code, at least this is what I'm going to predict for myself, is that this ellipse has 50. So that means that the X location will be 50, the Y location 350, and then the 100, so it's width and height. So I'm going to predict that that is the X position, or the X in the ellipse will be 50. And I would imagine wherever you could put the X position, that's going to take that value and plug it in there. Okay, so if I go ahead and run this, and it places it down here. So that sure looks like that, where it's going to be over 50 and then all the way down at the bottom. And if I look at the grid, I can see that, look at that, the X is 50 and the Y is 350, which is what these are. So that's what the prediction is. Hopefully this helps you. Okay, so for lesson 5, activity 2 is another prediction. And it says, in which corner of the screen will the circle be drawn? So we know that the X position, at least from our previous activity, so 300, X position is 300, and then what's the Y? 100. So this should probably be 300, 100. That's what's being placed in here, because this is in the X position and there's X position right there, and then the Y position is this, what's the Y, placed in here. So this really should be 300, 100. If we show the grid, so 200, 200's right here. If I move the Y up to 100 and then I go up here to 300, this looks about right, that we should be in the upper right hand corner. So the ellipse be in the upper right hand corner. And if we run this, look at that, predicted that correctly. Hopefully that helps you with your coding and explains this a little bit better for you what variables are. Okay, so for activity 3 of lesson 5, this is what we have to do for this. And it talks about updating the values of the variable below. So the ellipse is drawn in the bottom center of the screen. So we want it kind of down here. Let's just make this a little bigger. So it's just change the values of the variable to update the position of the ellipse. You do not need to add any new blocks to your code. Just update the blocks that are already in the code area. So we want it kind of down here. And I already have the grid showing. So we kind of want it right here, right? We want it 200 by 300. So if we know that the variable, whatever this name is, wherever we place it, it's going to take this number and place it in there for us. This will comes in very helpful when we have more blocks, but it's helpful for this as well. So basically, wherever we type in X position, you're going to have 300 take its place, and what's the Y is going to have 100 here. So this is currently up here in the top, and we want this to be 200, 300. So the X position, we can go ahead and just change this and make this 200, and we want this to be 300. And so now it will take those numbers and plug those in there as opposed to what was there before. And if you notice, there it is in the bottom corner, or in the bottom of the screen. So that's how you do that. You just change these numbers right here. It makes it much easier. Say you had 4 or 5 ellipses and you had maybe all of them were going to have the same X position but maybe a different Y position. You could have the X position and just change one number and it will apply it to all those. So variables are very helpful in using, especially with multiple shapes, but just one shape is still very helpful because then you just change it up here. Hopefully that helps you, and good luck. Okay, so activity 4 for lesson 5, this can be a little bit confusing for some. Because right now we have to debug, but we can't show this in the block form because these have not been entered correctly. So we're going to have to do everything in text. Okay, so we're going to change this around so that these will work properly. And then we can actually flip them back to blocks once they are actually coded correctly. But for currently right now, they are not coded correctly, and so we have to do everything in text. So as this program has multiple errors caused by bad variable names. The errors prevent the program from being viewed in block mode, so the code is in text. Below are a few rules for naming variables. And these go across all coding languages. When you do a variable, variables are very common in coding. We want to make sure that these are the rules for them. You can't have labels. Labels cannot have spaces. So a variable name or a label, what we're calling it here, the variable label, cannot have any spaces. Okay, so we know that this one right here will not work. And we can do a couple things with this. We could just eliminate the spaces if we want, or the better thing would be to do an underscore like this. All right, so now size of circle, notice that changed this. However, it looks like down here, these are now not correct. So these have to match. If we don't have these match, they will not work. So we're gonna go ahead and put an underscore for this one, and we'll put an underscore for this one, and then we have another one here as well. Underscore, and then one more here, an underscore. Okay, so now size of circle looks like that's correct. Now let's go ahead and take a look at one dimension. Now it does say that labels can't start with a number. Okay, so this is a problem. We can't have this start with a number. So let's go ahead and type out 1 instead of just having the number 1 there. And we'll do that for here as well. And I think that's the only one that affects. And notice that kind of fixed that for us a little bit. So now these are no longer yellow marked and they're fixed. However, we have one more error. It's not really an error, it's just kind of a concern. And it says capitalization and spelling must be exactly the same. So currently, this will not work because the Y in Y location up here is lowercase, okay? And actually, you know, this is a good thing to do. You generally don't want to have a variable have back-to-back uppercase letters. Anyways, it gets kind of confusing when you look at it. So we'll now do Y and then the capital L for location. And then that fixes it for us. And you just have to go through and just fix these to make sure they work correctly. And then we can always go back and show the blocks now if we wanted to. Or we can do this in text, which would be a really good way to program. But that's all you have to do for this, and then it should run. And there's our circle in the proper location, and that's all fixed. Hopefully that helps you. This one can be a little confusing, but I think hopefully walking this through with you helped a little bit. Good luck.